everyone. Well, I'm excited to share with you some ideas about the Tupperware that came in your new business kit. This is a great kit and one that I know you're really going to enjoy working with. I've put out the Impressions bowls, which I think are just beautiful, not only for storage, but they're great for serving. And you'll notice that I put the seals underneath them so that they act like a trivet. And one of the things that I love to do with these bowls, besides put my salad or my dips or my salsas or my maybe I've got mashed potatoes in one and maybe I've got gravy in the other. They're not microwavable, but they are great for serving. Is if I'm doing something with a mayonnaise-based salad in it, and let's say it's a warm day and we're doing a barbecue outside, one of the things that I like to do is to go ahead and put some water in the largest bowl. Go ahead and take the middle bowl, which is the one I would do my potato salad in, but don't put your salad in it yet. Go ahead and put the seal on. Okay, just take that seal and just put that right on, and then put this in the freezer. And what's going to happen is that that bowl is going to displace the water. It's going to freeze around the bowl, and that's going to enable me to keep my my mayonnaise-based salad cold, because mayonnaise starts to break down. It doesn't go bad, but it does start to break down within about 90 minutes in the warm weather. So that's absolutely wonderful that way. The other thing that I love about these is how they just stack together. So if you're short on cupboard space, how great it is to be able to store these bowls just in the space of one bowl. Now I don't put the seals on when I store them. I might just lay them on top and then go ahead and store this set just as you see it right there. So the Impressions bowls are beautiful. They're wonderful, as I mentioned, for storage, but great for serving as well. And of course, everybody knows about the Quick Shake container, whether you're doing a protein drink, scrambling eggs, doing flour and water for your gravy. This is a great one to have. And of course, we've improved it over the years, and now it's 20.5 ounces. So that's, or 20 ounces, so that's wonderful. It's a larger, it used to only be 16. And what it has is it has a blender blade inside. And so what I do is, if I want to make sure that let's say I'm doing flour and water. So I'm going to go ahead and put my water in first, because you always add dry to liquid, never liquid to dry. Put my water in first, then I'm going to add my flour, and I'm going to make sure that this blender blade, that the part that's going to kind of hold back if any flour didn't get completely mixed in, is right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let me start that there. Is right there where the spout actually is. And so then that way, if there's any flour that didn't get mixed up, I've got it right there. Maybe I've got ice cubes in here and I'm just doing a drink and I want the ice cubes to stop. So that's what I'm going to be doing with my Quick Shake container. And then another one of my favorite, of course, happens to be the breakfast maker. And do they get any better than this? I always ask at my parties, okay, be honest, how many of you leave the house without eating breakfast in the morning? And you'll be surprised at the hands that go up. Well, guess what? Tupperware has a better idea. And so what we have right here is we have the breakfast maker, and I can do anywhere from 1 to 4 eggs, just scramble them up. Maybe you want to add some of last night's vegetables to this, maybe a little bit of salsa, maybe you want to add some cheese, some grated cheese, whatever you'd like to add to it. Go ahead and cover it. Place it in the microwave, 1 minute per egg on average. And of course, you're going to want to test your microwave, because mine's a little more powerful, so I bring it down just a little bit, but test that. The other thing I can do in here is I can do my oatmeal in here. I can go ahead and I can do French toast in here. So I scramble up some eggs, go ahead and push my bread down. I cut off the crust, just push my bread down, cover it up, and again in my microwave, 1 minute on high is just a soft French toast. 2 minutes on high is a crispy French toast. How easy was that? And then a recipe that was shared with me by one of my hostesses is chili rellenos. Whoops! It's chili rellenos. And you know what she shared with me that she does in order to cut calories, because you know chili rellenos are great but they're fried, is to take the egg whites, scramble them up, and then lay 2 whole Ortega chilies that like you would get in the can. And if you want to, you can stuff them with cheese. If you use the diced Ortega chilies, then go ahead and just push them down and add some grated cheese on top. Put them, and then what you're going to do is add a scoop of beans if you'd like to, and roll them up, and out the door you go. This is something that she did for his husband when he was on a diet, no beans. Once he lost his weight, then he got the beans. So you will love, love, love. And if you like poached eggs, you can purchase, or it can be purchased as a set, the egg cups that go inside. And of course, those are wonderful. So if you like poached eggs, it's about 2 tablespoons worth of water. Crack the egg into the little bowl and put them inside the breakfast maker. And again, it's about 70 to 90 seconds on high in your microwave, and you'll have beautifully poached eggs. So that's another great way to do that. But I love the breakfast maker, probably one of the most popular items we have in our line. The other thing that I think Tupperware does really well, oh, I knocked them all apart, is our measuring cups and measuring spoons. And you know why they're so wonderful? Is because when you go to the grocery store or Target or Walmart, and you purchase, or wherever you go, and you purchase a set of measuring spoons, you only get a set of 4. With Tupperware, you get a set of 6. So you're going to get the 1/8 of a teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, teaspoon, 1/2 tablespoon, and tablespoon. And what I like is look how easy they are to use. They just come right apart. And if I need to sit them down, I can do that, because maybe somebody comes to my door, or maybe the phone rings or whatever. I don't have to worry about them flopping all over. And then the other thing I love is that they're not tethered to a ring. So that means that if I use this tablespoon here, I can just wash the tablespoon. I don't have to wash the whole ring. So I love that. And equally, the same thing holds true with our measuring cups. Look at this great handle that you have here. The measurements, like the measuring spoons, are embossed, so they're not going to rub off like the original ones we had many, many, many years ago. And the other nice thing that I like about it, again, it's a set of 6. So you get the quarter cup, 1/3 of a cup, 1/2 cup, 2/3, 3/4, and 1 cup. So you get that full set of a 6. And so easy to work with, stacked so nicely, and you will love working with them. And of course, our silicone spatula, I wouldn't use anything else. It'll take up to about 400 degrees on your cooktop. So that means when you're stirring gravies or scrambling eggs or doing sauces, this can be used. And you know what I also love about it? I remember when I first got married, and my husband's family had spatulas that looked something like this, and they were made by Rubbermaid, and they would get sticky, and they would smell, and the rubber would get yucky, and finally you just had to throw them away. This is wonderful, because that doesn't happen with our spatulas. I've got spatulas here in my kitchen I've been using for years, and it comes apart so that you can clean it. And then what's so great is that you could use this to decorate a cake, but you can clean it, and this is where it gets really dirty, and that's where you want to clean it. So then you just go ahead and push it back on. Again, the chef's knife now comes in your kit. I love it because it does come with a sheath, so it's easy to take places, but it's also wonderful, so when I'm in my drawers in my kitchen, I don't reach in and get a handful of knife. And if you don't have a good knife, you're going to love working with this one. This is your chef's knife, so remember when you're cutting with it, you're always going to keep the tip down, and you're going to use the heel or the back of the knife to go ahead and cut. So this is our chef's knife. It's part of the U-Series knives, and it's certainly one you're going to want to add to your kitchen, as well as you've already got the one in your kit. Then another, probably again, and I say this sincerely, one of the most popular products in our line is the QuickChef Pro. And the QuickChef Pro is like a mini processor, well, not even a mini, it's like a food processor without a cord. So whether you're doing cakes, or you're chopping celery, carrots, and onions, or you're making salsa, or you're doing lettuce or cabbage, chopping fruits or nuts, whatever it is that you're chopping, you are going to love, love, love the QuickChef Pro. When you first get it, the gasket that goes on the bottom that keeps it from being kind of scooting along the counter, it's a rubber gasket, makes it sit still, will be inside. So remember to take it out and to put it on the back side. And then for those of us that like to hurt ourselves, you'll notice that the knife comes with a guard. So I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this right down in here. Now it also comes with a ring, and it also comes with this little hole right here, so that you can go ahead and you can put the little funnel right in this position. And if I were to show this, and I don't know if you can see it, but you'll notice that there's no light coming through right here. But I can open it up, and now you can see the daylight. What's great about this is if I was doing something where I needed to add maybe guacamole, my lemon juice, or maybe salsa, my lime juice or lemon juice, or maybe I'm making something where I need to pour some oil in, I don't have to take the entire top off in order to do that. So if I'm making salsa, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the ring on, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put what we call the engine of the Quick Chef, and I'm just going to pull it. You'll see that it has this little mechanism here that's cord. Some girls like to call this the lawnmower, and it does come apart for easy cleaning. So if you'll just take the end of a spoon or a knife, not a sharp knife, but like a bread and butter knife, and just kind of twist it right there, it'll come completely apart so that you can clean it. Now I do put this section in the dishwasher. I do not put the section in that has the cord. I'm sure it would be fine, but I don't do that because over time the heat and the hot water from the cord, from the dishwasher could create a problem. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this right on, and I'm going to go ahead and I have my Quick Chef Pro right there. Now the other thing that comes with the Quick Chef Pro happens to be a blender. The blender blade, I am able, I think somebody put it down in the pocket here, okay. Anyway, I'm able to do cakes, I'm able to do sauces. When I do a big brunch party where I'm doing a lot of our omelets in the breakfast maker, I will go ahead and put 8 eggs in here, go ahead and put the blender blade in, and I can go ahead and I can mix up all the eggs for the omelets. And then what I can do, that's not on all the way. Then what I can do is I can pour them into the breakfast maker, and everybody has the opportunity to add the things that they want for their omelets. So this is absolutely fabulous. It cleans up so nicely. It does come with a seal so that you can go ahead and store whatever's left over, say it's salsa, guacamole. You can serve right out of here, go ahead and store in your refrigerator. But I'll tell you what, if you love to cut onions, then this isn't the machine for you. But let me tell you, if you don't like to cut onions, this is fabulous. If you don't like to cut up vegetables, this is fabulous. So again, celery, carrots, onions, cabbage, lettuce, apples, nuts, chocolate, everything that I want to use, this is what I grab. My food processor is down in the cabinet over there, and I don't get it out any longer. So that's your Quick Chef Pro. Then of course we have a piece of our Modular Mate line, and this is the rectangular too. Now I have to tell you that this is absolutely what I call the workhorse in the kitchen, because whether I'm doing my sugar in here, or if I'm not a big baker, maybe I want to keep a smaller amount of flour in here, or I want to put my graham crackers in here, my saltine crackers in here, my rolls of Ritz crackers in here. It is absolutely fabulous. Maybe I want to put some chips in here. A regular sized bag of chips can go in here. Maybe I buy a large bag of macaroni or rice if I like to scoop. This is a great product. I like to use this in my kitchen to organize. So I have one of these with 2 sets of measuring cups, 2 sets of measuring spoons, and all the things that I use when I'm baking, whether it's cookies or just generally working in the kitchen. Everything is right in here. I don't have to sift through the drawers. Everything is there. A place for packets. This is great for those packets that you may purchase. Great for organizing vitamins and medications, first aid kits. This is just a workhorse in the kitchen, and I love it. So this is your Modular Mate Rectangular 2. And then finally you get, again, another fabulous product, and that is your Fridge Smart. You know, I never throw vegetables away anymore. I use all the vegetables that I buy because they stay fresh in my Fridge Smart container. This is a medium deep. There is